Echoes here, friend. Today we're doing another part of What If Naruto Was the God of Time? Part 4, I think. Yeah, 4. Where we left off, Izuku passed the entrance exam and now it's his first day of school, and Yoshi, or should I say All Might, wants to talk to him. I'm calling All Might Yoshi because his actual name is Yoshinori, I think. Sorry, I might have just butchered that. But I'm just gonna call him Yoshi. Cool little nickname I made up. Well, I probably didn't make it up, but this is just what I call him. Anyway, so Yoshi does want to talk to Izuku about how Izuku knew that Yoshi was a not always All Might person. So yeah. So that means on Izuku's first day, he also in this letter he got told he had goods on both his rescue and his fight points. They were pretty good. And continuing forward, Izuku. One second, my dogs are barking. I gotta go real quick. Sorry, I don't know if they stopped, but they should be done for now. What happens now is Izuku, he goes to, I have no idea what it's called. He goes to UA, and at UA, the principal congratulates them on getting into UA. And of course, Gacha wants to talk to Deku, thus Deku, instead of going there and getting confronted by the wall, once Katsuki was going to confront him, Izuku kind of nearly just slowed down time like he normally does and just walked out of the way. And remember, this is just slow enough so that Izuku could see the motions Kachin's doing and dodge. It's not that much. If I had to do percentage, it's 10%. Because Izuku's gotten better and better at naturally doing this, but he still does this just because he's being safe, and it doesn't take a lot of energy out of him to do 10%. And now Izuku, he continues down his life he just walks away since he is not going to deal with the scolding. And when he hears Kachin moving his footsteps again, he freezes time, looks, and then goes back in the same position. And he just does this so that way he knows that he's not getting attacked or anything. And then he just decides, you know what, just flaunt it a bit. Just a bit. He's been trying to believe for years. Just flaunt. Because he did have Kachin as a friend, but he just can't handle Katsuki sometimes when he's in a bad mood. And this morning, he was happy he got into UA, and then his teacher decides to congratulate him. And let's just say it's not real congratulations, because I don't know, it's a teacher and this is a quirkless boy. Who knows? They're more or less, he has a slight grudge against Katsuki, because as soon as Katsuki found out that Izuku was supposed to be quirkless, he just started trying to bully him. And yeah, he found that very mean of him. And yeah. Continuing onward, we go to, I have no idea what it's called. We go to Katsuki. He gets home all grumbly and whatever, and Deku gets home all nice and having a good time with his life. Continuing onward now, it's the first day of UA and they get into class. Araka sees Izuku walking into the classroom and walks up to him and says, "You're the one that saved me from the rubble, aren't you?" And Izuku easily responds by saying, "Yeah." I can't actually do his impression. I don't know his personality that I made for him. So I guess I'm just gonna have him say, oh, yeah. So I'm just gonna make him a lot more introverted, I guess. I don't know. Whatever Izuku's personality turns out to be, it's because of, I don't know, how his life is. Also, never mind. What's gonna happen now is Araka, she proceeds to thank Izuku, and Izuku, he just says, no problem. And just goes to the only open desk near the angry Pomeranian Katjin. Sorry if people are offended or take that as an insult towards him. I just think it's a good nickname. It's a very funny one. And continuing forward, Katjin, he's Katjin. He's getting yelled at by Ida. And Izuku, he's not having a good time with his life. This is annoying. Actually, I guess he doesn't sit near Katjin. I think he just sits wherever he did in the original. And now what's happening in life is Aizawa, he has them do the test thingy, and Izuku, he has good at this. When he has to do that race, he literally nearly freezes time and literally just walks over to the finish line and just unfreezes. And Aizawa he doesn't take anything to this. He's just like, okay, cool. And continuing onward, what happens now is when they get to that ball throwing one, you know the stasis rune in Legend of Zelda, right? Well, I don't know if you really know it, but Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild has a stasis rune. It essentially freezes an object, and you can hit it repeatedly to make it, go. And this is what happens if Izuku uses 100% to freeze. But this time, he focuses that 100% right on the ball, making it so he only has to really use 80, or 50. Let's just say only 25, since it's only affecting one object, but stalling it so far that even he can't push it. Well, I guess he would be able to push it if everything was frozen, but whatever. It's whenever he focuses on something, that thing itself just can't move. You can't, I don't know if you can do this on living beings. Okay, so he just freezes it there. And he literally just put a lot of force into it. He punched it, things like that. And everybody was confused by this. It's how does this help his situation? And what happens then is, once it unfreezes via Deku just being okay, that's enough, it literally flies far, far, far away. Matching Katsuki's. So, yeah. And, yeah, it's pretty impressive. And continuing on, Izuku then just goes back. So he doesn't have any lectures or anything. But, yeah, it's just how it works. Instead, well, I don't know. Should somebody be kicked out? I guess I have to kick somebody out? Okay, I'm sorry if you like Mineta, but I can't think of anybody else that would be in last place. Because Mineta, his balls don't help in throwing, they don't help in, what's it called? Running. They don't help in a lot of things. So, yeah, I'm sorry if you like him. I personally don't, but I'm sorry if you do. He's not going to be in this one. And Mineta gets kicked out. And the people who thought this from the beginning, that it was just a trick, they're astonished. They're just what is actually true? He's actually gonna kick us out. god, no. Yeah, they're kind of like, they're shaken. And the rest of them who were expecting this, they're just like, oh, it's okay, buddy. Maybe you can make it in next year. Oh, I feel bad for Minetta. Totally feel bad. And now what happens is, or I guess we can keep Minetta. Actually, what happens is Minetta does some weird something sentimental to get himself to stay. He shows something. He shows growth in some way. Some way, shape, or form. He shows a lot of growth or something. Now, continuing onward, we have, I don't know what it's called. People doing things. And I guess we're gonna end this one here. That's it for the entrance exam portion. For now. Or, not entrance, the first day. I need to remember what happens next, so I'll be ending it here. Sorry, this one's a bit shorter than usual. That goes there. Please like, comment, subscribe, do whatever. I don't care. Just, you watch the video, so that's good enough for me. Goodbye.